So you've got your grid set out. Lowest point of the arc is opposite the lead shoulder, that's your 0 point.
Yeah.
Okay. So generally speaking, if you're in a driver, you'd probably have the ball on that 0 point.
Yeah.
Baseline 6 iron is 2 to 3 balls back of that 0 point. Okay. So if I'm setting up to that 6 iron, you'd expect to see it looking similar to this. Okay. That's going to give me a pretty inline swing, slightly downward angle of attack. As I put the ball back and the handle forward, it moves the plane line out to the right. That's what we've just been discussing. So from there now, keep your weight forward, and that ball should start to just draw a little bit. Now, there are other factors at play. How much you raise the handle, how much you swing out to the right, the arm stay on the torso, how much you roll the club face, etc., etc. But there are appropriate things you can do at setup. So, if we move the ball now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls back on the grid, and we put the handle in its normal position, we'd expect to see pushes out to the right, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We'd expect to see that ball fly relatively low, because as I move the ball back, I'm taking loft off the club.
Yeah.
I'm directing the swing out to the right. So these balls are just being pushed out to the right. Now, if I want to make that ball hook, I move the ball back, keep the handle forward. If I changed my attachment now, so I actually got the club face, rather than being square to the arc,
Yeah.
if I actually altered the club face so that it was shut to the path, but still slightly right of target, you'd see more turn on that ball. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I put that in there at address, which if you're in the trees and you're stuck under a tree and you want to hit a big swinging draw,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
But in reality, when you're playing, you don't need that big draw very often, that big hooky one. But it's nice to know what to do when you need it, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, if you're trying to play a little bit more of a fade, ball could go, so normally it would be 2 to 3 balls back. Let's say we just put it 1 ball back. And let's say we drop the handle a little bit. So instead of having it like this, we move the handle back and down a little bit. That would make it easier to come across it. And that would make it easier to fade the ball a little bit. So that ball's starting a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
As I move the ball forward, again I could go extreme forward. So 6 balls forward, handle keeping it back, down. Now because of how far forward the ball is, I've got to shift the swing to the left to keep the low point forward. Big slice, high. Very similar to what you'd have if you were in a bunker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to keep the face very open to the path when you're in a bunker. So you've got ball location, handle location, forward and back, up and down, and they all affect what the club face is doing, and they all affect what the path is doing. So that's the demonstration of it. That's done in the extreme. The extremes are quite easy to start demonstrating.
Yeah.
When it comes to the subtle changes that you were saying, it's how do you judge? Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, to hit a push draw, we want a path that's 4 to the right, with an iron at least. We want a path that's 4 to the right and a face that's 2 to the right.
Yeah.
You can't possibly manufacture that and guarantee you're going to get it at address, because there's far too many other factors going on during the swing.
Yeah.
But if you were trying to achieve that, and you have the ball here, and you have the handle here, and here, that'd be pretty appropriate, wouldn't it? Because you've got a path that's out to the right, and because you're raising the handle, you've got a club face that's slightly closed to that path. So you're in a nice starting position that if you can return to, you'll get the shot that you want. But if you're trying to play that from here, with a handle back and handle down, it's a very inappropriate position, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned before about hitting a driver, about hitting a big draw with a driver. Would you tee it up back here? Definitely not, because you haven't got sufficient loft to allow you to move the ball back. I would generally, if you wanted to hit a big high draw with a driver, I would keep the ball opposite the 0 point. I would push the pelvis forward more, because we've already talked about what that does to the swing. I would raise the handle more, so as you raise the handle, you close the face to the path. And then from there, you'd be able to make a big turn back and hit out for longer on the way through. If you can maintain the angles you've established at address and the relationship between face and path, that's what you're going to get. Again, when you're looking on a monitor, you're getting some feedback. You're just building some patterns up. It's not, you could have 4 degrees out, 2 degree face, nice little push draw. Your next shot might be 4 degrees out, 1 degree face, but a slight heel strike. You'd probably get exactly the same shot.
Yeah.
So there's all these variables that you're going to get from shot to shot, but you need that baseline so that you can go in there and you can sort of take up an appropriate position.
Give you a
So
chance. doesn't
yeah,
it?
in relation to whereabouts on the ball, I want to move it right to left, so I want the ball this side of the grid. I want to move it left to right. I want to move that side of the grid. I want to play high, soft landing lob shot, face open, stance wide, ball forward, handle down, and I can play it. I want to play a low running pitch shot or a low running shot from out the trees. Stance a little bit narrower, ball back, handle forward and up, and then it comes out a little bit differently. So you're just adding some appropriate changes. So it's not an exact science, but it is a great sort of route map, a great sort of way of mapping things out before you start.